Welcome to Learning English through news highlights using Microlearning. Today, we're discussing an important story that not only helps you improve your English but also teaches you how to protect yourself. The headline? Apple users warned of high-tech Mac malware that steals personal data, goes undetected for months. Sounds serious, right?
Definitely. This article from the New York Post talks about a new type of malware targeting Apple Mac users. To start off, Tony, let's explain what malware means. It's one of the key terms here.
Sure. Malware is short for malicious software. That means it's a type of computer program made to harm your device or steal data. For example, malware could pretend to be a helpful app but secretly collect your passwords. Another example is malware that locks your computer until you pay money to unlock it. That's called ransomware. And Jenny, what about steals personal data? What does that mean exactly?
Great question. Steals personal data means someone takes important information from your computer without asking. For example, imagine someone accessing your bank login details or reading private emails. Another example is stealing your address and phone number from a file you save on your device. This is why protecting your computer is so important. The article says this malware has been undetected for months. What does undetected mean, Tony?
Undetected means something that is not noticed or found. So, in this case, the malware was hiding on people's computers without them knowing for a long time. For example, it's like losing your keys in the house and only finding them weeks later. Another example could be a tiny crack in a car windshield that goes unnoticed until it spreads. Now, Jenny, let's talk about what an estimated 100 million Apple users means.
Of course. When we say an estimated 100 million, we mean that experts made a guess based on some calculations, but they're not certain of the exact number. For example, if a bakery sells around 1,000 cookies each day, we can estimate they sell about 30,000 cookies in a month. Another example is estimating how many people will attend a park event based on past attendance. The article says this malware puts many Apple Mac users at risk of falling victim. What does fall victim mean, Tony?
To fall victim means to suffer harm or to be hurt by something. In this case, it means Apple users might be tricked by the malware and lose personal data. For example, someone can fall victim to a scam email asking for their credit card information. Another example is falling victim to a pickpocket taking your wallet in a crowded place. Let's move on to the advice in this article. It explains how to stay safe. Jenny, can you explain what stay safe means in this context?
Sure. Stay safe means to take steps to protect yourself from danger. Here, it means avoiding malware by using recommended precautions. For example, one tip could be keeping your computer software updated. Updates often include fixes that block malware. Another example is avoiding clicking on strange links in emails or messages. Tony, the article mentions something called cybersecurity software. Can you explain that?
Definitely. Cybersecurity software is a program designed to protect your computer from hackers, viruses, and malware. For example, antivirus programs like Norton or McAfee scan your computer for threats. Another example is firewall software, which creates a barrier between your computer and unwanted internet traffic. Jenny, what about the word urgent in the phrase urgent warning? That's also important.
Good catch, Tony. Urgent means something needs immediate attention. If you receive an urgent warning, it means the situation is serious and you need to act quickly. For instance, an urgent message could be about a fire in your building. Another example is an urgent alert on your phone about extreme weather. In this article, experts are giving us an urgent warning to protect our Macs now.
Exactly. Now, the article gives some useful advice. One suggestion is to always download apps from the official App Store, not third-party websites. Third-party means something that's not part of the main group. For example, if you buy an iPhone case from a store that's not Apple, that's a third-party seller. Another example is using a charger made by a company other than your device's brand. Jenny, What's the importance of official sources here?
That's a great point. Official sources mean trusted or approved organizations. For example, downloading apps from Apple's App Store is safer because Apple checks these apps for malware. Another example is reading news from a respected agency like the BBC instead of unverified blogs. Following official sources greatly reduces the risk of malware affecting your computer.
And let's not forget about the phrase goes undetected, which appears in the article. It reminds us to occasionally check for signs of problems, like unusual behavior on your computer, even if everything seems fine. Don't wait until it's too late. Doing regular computer checkups is like going to the doctor for a health check. If you catch problems early, it's easier to fix them.
Absolutely. So, today we learned many useful words and phrases. Let's recap the key vocabulary and phrases from this discussion. First, malware, which means harmful computer programs. Then, steals personal data, which is taking your private information without permission. Next, undetected, meaning unnoticed or hidden. We also discussed fall victim, which means to suffer harm, and urgent, which means very important or needing action right now.
We also talked about stay safe, which is about protecting yourself, cybersecurity software, which is a program that keeps your computer safe, and official sources, which are trusted organizations. Finally, third party, meaning something not made by the main group, was another key concept. Try using these words and phrases in your own sentences, even if they aren't about computers. That's how you get fluent.
That's right. And remember, knowing how to understand this kind of news in English is practical and can even help in real-life situations. Stay safe online, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Take care and keep practicing your English. Goodbye.